Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm gonna get right to the point. CZ 600 Alpha 6.5 PRC. I've got a nice Blackhound Evolve scope. Got the Banish 30 Shisher machine on there. My first trip to the range, I was super impressed with this CZ 600. Getting very tight groups at 100 yards. The whole purpose of this video is I've gone and got as much factory loadings of 6.5 PRC that I could find, which is 5. We're going to go back to 100 yards. I'm going to take my time, let it cool, do the whole thing, and just see what different types it likes the best. But here we go. We're going to get right into it. 6.5 PRC in a CZ 600 Alpha. They're making these 600 Alphas in a bunch of the common cartridges, even the 7.62 by 39. Super excited about that one as well. But today we're going to do some group testing at 100 yards. Let me give you a up close look at this rig and all the boo lights we're going to be testing. Then we're going to run back to 100 and let it eat. Alright, so a little bit closer look at this CZ here. The stock is kind of rubberized, the whole thing is grippy, and then these little inserts are even more grippy. 60-degree bolt throw, which is awesome. On top I put a Blackhound Evolve that's got 25 zoomies on it. Been impressed with those. 24-inch barrel on the 6.5 PRC. On the end I've got my Banish 30. That's from Silencer Central. And then, in no particular order, this is just how I grabbed them, 147 grain ELD. Then we're also testing the Norma bondstrike, which is 143 grain blue tip. And the burgers, a lot of people are burger fans. Those are 156 grain Elite Hunters. Then we've got the ELDX 143 grain, and then we've got the Barnes, which is a 130 grain TSX. So 130 grain, a couple 143s, 156, which is the heaviest, and then a 147. Let's go back to 100 yards. These are some of my absolute favorite videos to film. They're also some of the most expensive. These 6.5 PRCs are not cheap. But first off the bat, I sighted it in with the 140 grain or 143 grain ELDXs. Let me show you that footage here real quick. So that was a 0.4-inch group at 100 yards. That's going to be hard to beat, but the thing will do it. Let's go see what happens. Should be pretty cool. All right, here we go. Back at 100 yards. We're going to give it all the zooms at 25 zoomies. Would help if I had my bipod legs the same length, wouldn't it? That'd be good. And which one's first? Look down there at the target. 147 grain ELD matches. That's what I'm going to put in it. Also going to feed all these from the ramp, or from the mag rather, just to continue to kind of test on how well this thing feeds. So far, hadn't had any problems out of it. If it's a hunting rig, you definitely want it to feed good. You get in a hurry and want to fling a follow-up boo light. You want it to feed good. So here we go. 147 grain ELDs. I'm doing my best. And we're going to let it cool between all these. 1, to make sure we give them a fair shake. And 2, it's super hot out here today. And this 6.5 PRC cartridge heats up and there'll be a bunch of Mirage. So here we go. 3 out of this baby. So it's sighted in with the 143s, but 147s are hitting higher. That's interesting. Wow. So far, so good. Hard to beat that, touching. That's a good group. They're all making one hole touching there. Now we're going to let it cool. We'll come back with another. All right, so far, our first group was under a 1-inch group, which is always good. Next one, we're going with the Norma bondstrike, which is 143 grain. And the bondstrikes from Norma are a blue tipped round. Pretty good. So far it looks like this CZ is not going to be picky when it comes to the 6.5 PRC blue lights, and I am happy with that. Gonna let it cool and we'll be back. All right, cooled down. Tell you what, it is hot and humid in Tennessee. I'm doing yard work and weed eating in between letting this cool, and I am getting sweaty. What's number 3? Burger Elite Hunter. Yellow box. Sitting there looking in the glass, the reticle is shaking with my heartbeat. Doing a bunch of work out here and helping with my accuracy, probably. Doing the yard work, that is. Here we go. Do my best. Good squeeze there. Hitting a little left with the burgers. See if that continues. 2 more. Good squeeze. About the same hole. Good squeeze. Wow, we might have a new best group there. That's going to be close. I'll let it cool. I love this thing. Incredible. All right, next we got the 143 grain ELDX. I just swallowed a bug. There's bugs flying all around here today, man. Yep, definitely likes those ELDXs. Yowzas. This thing is just flat out incredible. It's pretty rare. I fling a lot of bow lights through a lot of bing bangs. It is pretty rare to find one like this that does pretty much 1/2-inch groups with everything. And this is me as a trigger man. I'm nobody special. Come back and do the last one. Then we'll measure all these with the calipers. All right, very last one is the Barnes. All I wrote on the paper was Barnes. 130 grain TSX BT bowtails. Let's do 3 of these. These feel like they have the least amount of recoil out of everything, interestingly enough. I guess they are the lightest, aren't they? Physics. That one, I didn't feel good about. I definitely jerked it, so I'm gonna send another one and we'll just see where it hits. I don't even know which one it was that I jerked. It might have been one of the ones that's touching. I honestly don't know. Wow. Well, didn't like that last one. Don't know what the deal was, but maybe the 4th one it got. 4th one is too much heat. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But let's go measure them with the calipers. I'm impressed. Pretty sweet. I'm excited about this one. All right, guys. So I just measured them with the calipers. There they are, right there. Let me tell you something. I am blown away. by this CZ. 5 different factory loadings, and the worst was a 0.7 inch group at 100 yards. That's fantastic, and it's hot and I'm sweaty. Kind of miserable out here in the heat, but could be worse, couldn't it? We're at the range. 5 factory loadings out of a factory rig. Me as a trigger man, and the worst did 0.7 inches at 100. That's incredible. Check it out. We'll go in the order that we flung them. Remember, this is the Alpha 6.5 PRC. The 147 grain ELD, 0.43 inch group at 100 yards. The Norma 143 grain bondstrike, a 0.59 inch group at 100 yards. The Burgers 0.43 inch group with the Elite Hunters. The best of the day, the ELDX at a 0.33 inch group. That's approaching same hole there, guys. That was the best. And then the Barnes, I got a 0.7. Like I said, that was the worst. And when I sent a 4th one, it went way over here and gave us a 1.14. So we're not going to count that. Does 4 mean it's too hot on that barrel? I don't know. Probably not. That may have just been me. Maybe that Barnes load is inconsistent. I don't know. Probably not, because Barnes is pretty respectable and done really good in the past, and that wasn't exactly a cheap box either, which cheap doesn't make it, expensive doesn't make it good, but you guys know what I'm saying. Either which way, 0.7 with the first 3 hits on the Barnes as well. Very impressive. And then, just to include all the data, this is the chart. I brought it from when I sighted it in with those ELDXs that got a 0.42. So that is what we got our best with today. The ELDX 0.33 inch group. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups out of 5 different factory loadings, all under 1 inch. I fling a lot of boulots. That's almost unheard of when I do these testings that I've done. But there you have it, guys. I'm not going to sit here and ramble on about it. One of the best bolt actions I have ever had my hands on. And yeah, there are big money rigs that people cannot get those type of groups out of. And we're out here in the heat flinging them in the sweat out here off a big old electrical spool in the yard. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. CZ 600 Alpha. In all seriousness, very, very impressed. Didn't expect it to do that good, especially with 5 different factory loadings, and you guys saw how it did in the footage. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. My rear bag, everyone always asks, that's a sock full of rice. My bipod, that's just your standard Caldwell bipod there. If you missed my deer hunt video last year with 6.5 PRC, definitely go check it out. Suppressed, my buddy and I took 2 deer. 6.5 PRC suppressed. The second deer didn't even move, and my buddy got the second deer. So it's pretty awesome running 6.5 PRC suppressed. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the WHOTEEWHO channel. Make sure you've gone to WHOTEEWHO.com and signed up for my newsletter. That's the only place where these goobers can't suppress us and tell us what to do. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter over there on WHOTEEWHO.com. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO!
We like to shoot